Welcome to this week's Tailgating with Mr. Awesome. We're going to do something a little non-traditional than what you normally think of tailgating is. Normally I know you think of grill and all that stuff. Well, today on like a rainy day or something you want to go just a little bit different, there is nothing wrong with doing a little tailgating with some seafood. So we're going to do a low country boil and an oyster roast for our tailgating with Mr. Awesome this week. So what we have here, and I have the pot already going, I have here a combination of some Zatarain's crab oil along with some Old Bay, a little bit of cayenne pepper, and a beer. And I have that going, mixing up and bubbling up, boiling over. I went ahead, one of the items that we put into our low country boil is the potatoes. I went ahead and put those in already, so those are going. Then we also over here is we have an oyster, and this is nice for tailgating. It's a little portable oyster roast. You don't have to dig a spit or anything like that. You got it all set right here, and we're going to do our oysters in that. Over here, what we have all of our ingredients. We have our oysters in the box here. We have our shrimp. Then we have our corn, our sausage. I put lemons and oranges in it, along with some onions and some garlic, our Old Bay, our Zatarain's, and all that good stuff. All this is going to go in certain processes throughout it. One of the last things we do about 5 minutes before it's ready is we put our corn in. And I'll explain all that in just a minute, so you stay tuned. Welcome back to Tailgating with Mr. Awesome. We have everything just about ready. What we have done here is we have the oysters, and as you can see, they're just starting to open. So when they start to open, I put a little dusting of some cayenne, some Lowry seasoned salt, and a little Old Bay. Mix that together, kind of sprinkle that on there. Then I'm going to put the top back on. In about 5 minutes, they'll be ready to go. Now, what we've done here is we have our low country boil, and it's ready. It is all set. The process of what we've done with our low country boil is we've had the potatoes cooking for about 30 minutes in a nice boil. Once 30 minutes comes, we're going to put the sausage in. Now, the timing for everything else, I do it by beer time, actually. Every time you finish a beer, it's time for the next layer. So we have the sausage, and then we have the oranges, and then the lemons, and then the garlic, and we're just kind of layering it on top of each other. And as it boils, then you have another beer time. So once that beer's done, you put the next layer in. So the final step, once everything's nice and good after it's been about 2 or 3 beers at this point, you put the corn in. You put the corn in, and then you turn the heat off. Turn it off, and you let it sit for about 5 minutes, just sitting in there with that frozen corn. And what you're going to do here is you take your scoop, and you got this all nice, kind of let it drain a little bit, sitting all nice and pretty. And you're just going to carry it on over to your table, and you just kind of dump it all out onto your table. You have a little bit of everything. You got some corn, you got some shrimp, you got your onions, you got your oranges, and everything in here. Take your little shrimp, peel it off, put it in your mouth, and don't forget to be awesome.